Welcome back to Daily Insights. Today, we're diving into the story of a woman who thought divorce was her golden ticket to freedom, excitement, and a new life.
You guys thought my baby daddy, estranged husband Carlos, was a piece of work before. Let me tell you what he did this morning. I finally saved up enough money for a new bed frame and a new bed for my kids so that they can have a new bed because obviously they wear pull-ups still and they pee on the bed, right? So I'm constantly having to scrub out the pee stains, right? So I was so happy because today I was going to go pay for the furniture set, right? And guess what happens? My car stalls out. So then I call a mechanic and he was like, oh, it's probably going to be like $800 and all this stuff. But my ex, Carlos, he is a mechanic. So then I swallow my pride and then I text this man like, hey, I need your help. It's about my car. Like, I was literally going to treat him like a mechanic. Like, how much would you charge me? Is this an accurate rate? Just talk about the car that gets his kids from A to B. This man didn't answer the phone and then had the audacity to just say, what happened? And then when I said it's about my car, he didn't even respond. Like, it's one thing to be a deadbeat to your kids, but like, dang, like, you can't even help me out with my car? Like, I don't ask you for nothing else, and if I'm swallowing my pride because I don't want to not buy our kids a new bedroom set, and now I have to literally not buy it because now I have to take care of my car, and it's just not fair. It's just not fair.
He's like 20 minutes late. I know that he's getting my text messages because I'm getting the red receipts. I hope he's okay. I don't know, like, how long do I wait? It's been 30 minutes. I tried to call him. I tried to text him. I haven't gotten an answer. So I don't really know what to do. I don't know. Hey. What are you guys doing?
We're at the playground right now. Why, what's up?
So I got stood up.
Jeez.
And he kind of said something that really kind of just fucked me up. And I really just kind of want my kids. If maybe you would bring the kids to come and I can just do it with them instead.
Let me call Mom and let her know what's going on, because I think they'd enjoy kayaking, but last time I asked them or let them know, so.
Okay, just let me know.
Alright.
Alright, thanks.
I'll let you know what's going on.
Alright, thank you.
Yep.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
This was my first Christmas as a divorced single mom. You want to know how it went? It is currently 8 a.m. on December 26th, and I just woke up an hour ago after sleeping for the last 20 hours. Because this year was Josh's year to have the kids. So I worked from 10 p.m. till 10:30 a.m. Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, and I came home, and then I went to sleep, and I didn't wake up until an hour ago. Because I had nowhere to be and no one to be with. For the last 11 years of my life, my Christmases have been spent with my in-laws because that was the family that I had. And I don't have that anymore. I have one half-sister who I talk to occasionally who is in a completely different state, so couldn't spend Christmas with her. Other than that, I don't have family. And all of my friends were spending Christmas with their families, so I slept. I wish more single parents who had to share their children for the holidays would talk about how much this sucks. And I know it sucks to be the downer of the holiday season, but also because nobody talks about it, I feel like I'm alone in feeling like this, and it really sucks. Anyways, I hope all of you had a much better Christmas than I did, and I'm gonna go and find something to do for the next week until my kids come home.
This woman thought the grass was greener on the other side. She wanted freedom, excitement, attention, all that social media fantasy nonsense. She left a man who actually cared, thinking she could do better. But guess what? Reality hit hard. Bills don't pay themselves. Loneliness doesn't feel empowering. And that freedom she wanted? It's not so fun when no one's calling, no one's checking in, and she's eating dinner alone.
Should have just stayed. It wasn't that bad. And she's like, Jenna, what are you talking about? Literally. And then I just keep thinking, I'm like, but I had a huge house and all my bills were paid for, and I never had to think how they were going to get paid. My grass was cut, well, not the last year of separation. But you know what I mean? All the basic things that keep the image up. And I gave up my entire image that I was trained to have for my family for 23 years. Like, I was the stay-at-home mom, and I made the image of we were the perfect family. I have beautiful children. They were dressed right. They, did top sports like cheer and football and went to all that stuff. And I was, the cheer mom and, did all that stuff and then did photography on the side just to make money, to make ends meet while he built his career up. And I stayed long enough to just give it all up when it was like right there. And I'm so mad at myself because I'm not this way. I don't think this way. But it is hard to be a single female when you're 47, when your kids are out. It's not like I have little kids. I always say, if I had little kids, this would be not even a question, because that instinct comes in. My kids, I got little kids. I got to get them up for school. I got to get them to here. I got to get them to there. I got to go to work. I got to do that. I don't have that. I'm literally at home. The worst time of my day is after the gym at night when the house is quiet and silent and I just am in my thoughts. And it's so hard. Like, I'm my own boss. If I don't go to work, if I get sick, nothing happens. And my photography would just crumble. And I love what I do. I have a passion for it. I love it. But I'm in my head. Like, I'm literally in my head. And I'm booking shoots and I'm doing amazing. I'm so excited. But every time I think future and long run, I freak out. Because my future was right there. Like, it was solidified. Like, I was comfortable for the rest of my life. Maybe not mentally in my relationship, but financially I was fine. And I gave it all up to be happy. Maybe I should have just stayed. It was like stable in every other area but that. Like, is my mental health really that important? And then my friends remind me, they're like, yes, like you're just in that crazy in-between stage. And I'm trying to work through it. I'm trying to work through the process. But it's terrifying. It's terrifying to start over at 47. But it's hard to know you gave away. My ex will probably never make less than $1 million every year. And I'm starting over. And basically as if I'm a 20-year-old again.
People forget relationships aren't perfect. You're going to argue, disagree, and go through seasons of struggle. That's what commitment means. It's not about being perfect, it's about not quitting. But this modern mindset of I don't feel happy, so I'm leaving is destroying families left and right. And let's be honest, a lot of women who file for divorce realize too late that the man they left wasn't the problem. The problem was their expectations. They traded stability for attention. They traded a good man for temporary validation. And when reality hits, regret kicks in hard. Now she's looking back at old photos, missing the man who would have done anything for her, but it's too late. He's moved on. He's healed. Maybe even found someone who values him. And now she's left wondering, what did I do?
I'm like, I'm the one who ended it. This was my choice. I have this, in my apartment. This is all my stuff. This is my choice. You don't expect it to hurt 2 years later.
It was day 4 of commuting as a divorced gal. I forgot that commuting is really tiring. It felt really different to commute back and forth to the city and not to come home to my big house that I used to live in and to come home to my small apartment. Or I used to get into my car and drive home to my house, and my husband would be there and my son, and now it's my plants. I'm complaining, but it's like, ma'am, this is what did you think? You ended your 24-year marriage. Right. You sold your 5-bedroom house. You sold your dream. I'm not gonna lie, it was really nice to be able to have people over and just to have everything beautiful and perfect and matching and being able to go and sit outside in my backyard. Now I don't have that. Now my kitchen is my living room and my living room is my kitchen.
I thought I could talk about this. I didn't realize how raw it was. And I did not expect having a New York City office that I'm commuting into to stir up all of these feelings. I thought I was so past this. I moved out 2 years ago. I'm not. I had a whole wall in our house of like family portraits. And not in like a corny, horrible way, like in a cool way. Like I had great pictures. And, you know, I only kept the ones of my son, right? And this is one of them. You know, like you put together a life with someone, right? And you think you're going to be with them forever. And that's your plan. And you go into it fully, earnestly thinking you're going to be with them forever. And then you're not. I took that of my son on a vacation. I think I was still trying, but unhappy, but trying. It's sad. So no one gets married thinking they're going to get divorced. You know, right? What is it? Half of all marriages, or like how many marriages actually end in divorce? Like so many, right?
I was required to take all of the debt in my divorce or pay him alimony or child support. It's like, life's not fair. It should not be this fucking hard to live in this fucking country. And I'm drowning and I'm not the only one. And okay, this video is going to be more of like a rant and just like probably a little bit TMI, but my divorce girlies are going to know what I'm talking about. So when I was married for 13 years, and I like 100% supported my ex-husband in like the startup of his business. Like I created his LLC. I did all of these things. I pushed him to go to his taxidermy school. I made sure that he had a business. I picked the start date. I made the Facebook page. I did all of the things for him. And in the background, I was building my own business and working full time. Fast forward several years later, and we decided to get a divorce. Things just didn't work out. The why doesn't matter, but what does matter, and what I'm really struggling with right now, and I'm sure that I'm not alone, is that I was the breadwinner. Right. He was a small business owner, so tax returns, you know, write-offs, all the things. And I worked full-time, W-2, making over 6 figures a year. So when it came down to time for our divorce, even though the reasons of the divorce were not my fault fully, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm just as much to be held accountable for the divorce as him. Anyways, because I made the majority of the money on paper, I was required to take all of the debt in my divorce or pay him alimony or child support. And quite frankly, you got me up because ain't no motherfucker. So I willingly took all of the debt and 100% am supposed to pay for all of the kids' activities and all of the things, which I do. And like literally everybody in my life told me not to do that. And I thought, it's fine. I've got it. I'll be able to handle it. Everything's fine. I'm going to be able to do it. And here we are like 2 years out and I'm literally drowning. I quit my job to take my business full time last year, and it was really not, I didn't really want to quit. I really wasn't financially ready to quit, but I had missed so much work because my oldest son had, you know, been hospitalized for his mental health a couple times, and then my daughter with her diabetes, and I was a sales commission job, so my customer service score was dropping. So it was like a mutually agreeable, like, okay, we're going to see you later type deal with my full-time job. And I am just like, I'm drowning in debt. And like, I get calls every single day. Like, hey, you owe us this money, and hey, you owe us this money. And I'm like literally just trying to pay my rent. And I'm not asking for anything unless you like want to join my coaching programs. Like that would be great.
So yeah, divorce might seem like the easy answer, but in most cases, it just creates new problems. You don't fix emptiness by starting over, you fix it by facing the truth. Anyway, that's my unfiltered take. What do you think? Do people give up on relationships too easily nowadays? Or are there times when walking away really is the right move? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. This is Daily Insights, keeping it real, raw, and unfiltered. See you in the next one.